Hey guys, how's it going? I'm sitting here putting this thing together and then it's like, oh shoot, I didn't get you guys any footage. It's close. It's real close. I've got the carburetor all rebuilt. I did have to acid soak that to get all the corrosion out. It was filled with water. All corroded up. I hope it'll work. I believe I've hunted everything down that this thing's missing other than the muffler brace. I got these pieces. Hacking out black paint from doing the muffler mod. The plastics are in real good shape on this thing. I didn't use this thing. I don't know if this is factory or not. It looks like it's a little twist job. On these ones with the manifold that had this thing on it, I pitch this and I just take a transmission seal out of a Turbo 350 and pull the spring out of it and stretch the little spring around there, and that way as this thing heats and contracts and cools, and it never loses tension. That's that little like the spring that keeps tension on the saw or on the seal. Just happened to look outside. It's I guess I'll show you guys. Well, let me walk over there. Can't really see through the window. Oh, gotta love Michigan. Anyway, back to this J-Red. I should have it fired up in a bench run tonight. I don't know if I'll get any test cuts in with it, but we'll see how bad I screwed it up. I went a little different on the, I don't know if you can see that or not. Went a little different on the muffler rod on this one. I wanted as least amount of back pressure, so I wasn't able. I had some people commenting, and figured I'll clear this up right now. I had some people commenting about the blowdown on this saw, saying I went with a short blowdown build on this one. It's fairly short. It's 18. I have to work with what I have to work with. This saw stock had 16 degrees of blowdown. After I did all the machine work, it still had 16 degrees blowdown. I just moved the numbers around. After I ported it and moved the numbers around, I gained 2 degrees more blowdown. So going from the stock numbers to where it's at now, stock it was 32, it's at 26 now for squish. It was at 100 stock. Well, I suspect it was probably a little higher than that, but I checked it with my chamfered piston. The old piston was in pretty rough shape and grubby, and I didn't feel like using that to get the numbers. I figured I'm building the saw with the piston that I chamfered on, so I will get the numbers with that. So I suspect this thing was probably 103 or so, probably with the original OEM piston. But these are checked with the chamfered piston. But it was at 100. It's now at 102. Transfers were at 116 before. They're now at 120. Intake was 70. It's at 76 now. So I added 2 degrees blowdown to this, and also added 2 degrees lower roof, and added 6 degrees of intake timing to this build, along with a buttload of compression. This thing really, it pumped up a lot more with that base cut than what I thought it would. It pumped up really good. I mean, that's not even been started. So I'm pretty stoked about that. So let's see, what else did I want to talk about. I thought I'd forgotten a bolt somewhere, but this is the bolt that goes through the front cover right here. So I didn't, because I thought first that might have been a bolt somewhere in the crankcase, but it was not. The air filters, it's fair. It's got a chip missing out of it right here. Some of the little Fraley's are holding out, but it's what I got to work with. So I'm going to pause you guys. I'm going to finish buttoning this thing up and get some fuel in it, and see if I can get a bench start on it. Well guys, it's running. Still got a lot of tuning to do to it. I think I might have to buy a clutch spring for it. The clutch spring's weak in it. Or throw a different clutch in it if I got one. I don't gotta worry about that today. It's too cold and crappy out, and I'm not gonna go out and get a test cut in it. This thing has a ton of compression. I think it'll be a good runner. All in all, I mean, it's still got some slop stuff all over it when I fueled it up. I first went to start it, I couldn't get it to run. It would only, I could spray stuff in it, it would start and run, but wasn't pulling fuel. I thought I had a, might have to get an O-ring for that gas cap. I thought I had a carburetor issue. The brand new fuel line I put in there wasn't all the way through. I had to pull the fuel line back out and actually poked a piece of solder through there, and there was a little rubber parting line flap that where the mold was put together. It wasn't letting fuel through, none whatsoever. As soon as I cleared that out of the fuel line, she started right up. So there it is. Let me know what you guys think. You guys take it easy, have a good one, and enjoy.